I really proud of myself because that's what I want to be as a welder, because that's what I'm studying here when I come here from my country, East Timor. So when I get that job opportunity to be working with the Spectrum, I'm so grateful, thankful. I'm so happy to be a part here.
Manufacturing is a really exciting industry. In fact, it's one of Northern Ireland's growth sectors, so that would mean that you would have a job for life. Manufacturing pays 20% more than most other sectors. It offers flexible working hours and days. Some companies offer a 4-day week, and it also other staff benefits as well.
We're going through a growth phase and we're expanding our factories at the moment. We're expanding our workforce. Looking on any job site in engineering or manufacturing, you'll see local employers in the area, local engineering companies are all recruiting similar roles that we're recruiting for.
The best thing about the industry and working in it is the huge vastness in it. You can really do what you want. There's so many choices. If you're into hands-on work, there's loads of that, between operating a machine to actually fabricating, welding or assembling. There's so much you can do.
We welcome males, females of all ages into the sector, as long as you have a willingness to learn. You can be trained in-house in the companies themselves, or you can also be trained through one of the external bodies. We work with South West College and we have developed a bespoke welding academy. It's a 6-week-long welding academy. You will be guaranteed an interview at the end of this 6-week course, and the only requirement for this academy is that you have to have a good level of English. If you don't have a good level of English, we're starting to put together a course that's going to be a part-time course for the East Timor community, that people can, come in, get trained and then apply for a job after the training course.
Well, I'm doing my study as a welder, level 2 diploma here, and it's really helped me to get a job like this here. So I really like it to be one of the welders here. There was more theories helped me a lot, and then also practice some days, sometimes, yeah. For friends, family, especially East Timor communities who are out there who are looking for a job, want to be as a welder, it's a good place to be working. And then don't worry about your English or your language. People are here so welcoming, especially staffs, team leaders. They always help what you needed. They always give you motivations, always helping.
New employees are very much given hands-on the job training. So generally what we'll do is we'll introduce the guys onto the shop floor. They'll be assigned a mentor who will talk them through what they're doing, and then really we feel the best way to learn is by doing. So you'll just get stuck in pretty much from day one, doing the job, doing it, and getting your hands used to that job at hand.
Welding is one of the jobs that's really in high demand, but there is other job areas as well that really need filled. So if welding is something that is not your skill set or not something that you're interested in, please contact one of the companies direct and have a discussion with them, have a chat with them and see where you fit in within their company.
We obviously have a strong contingent from the local community, guys that were born and raised here in Mid Ulster, but in addition to that, I think we're represented by about 9 other countries.
For anybody interested in a career in engineering, no matter what the role or what stage in life you are at, there's different training opportunities to do that, to get you a foot in the door.
It's a really exciting sector to work in, and I would really encourage as many people as possible to join the sector. There are currently 700 jobs available. If you're interested, please contact one of the companies directly that's mentioned at the end of this video.